The beach was quiet in a way that felt ancient and kind. Soft sand stretched wide beneath the early morning light, and the ocean rested in slow rhythmic breathing. Each wave arrived with patience and left with gratitude, as if the sea itself was offering a prayer. Tall palm trees stood along the shore, their trunks steady and their leaves whispering softly to one another. A sweet breeze moved through the air, carrying the scent of salt and warm earth and something else that felt like peace. A man named Oriv walked slowly along the shoreline, barefoot and unhurried. He had come to this place not to escape life but to listen to it. With each step his feet pressed into the sand and then released it, leaving brief impressions that soon faded away. He watched this quietly and felt a gentle reminder rise within him that nothing was meant to stay forever and that this was not something to fear. The sun rested low near the horizon, painting the sky in soft shades of gold and pale rose. Light shimmered across the water like countless tiny blessings scattered freely. Oriv closed his eyes and breathed deeply. The breeze touched his face and moved through his hair, and he felt as if the world was welcoming him without question. He sat beneath a palm tree whose wide leaves offered cool shade. The leaves swayed slowly above him and cast moving patterns on the sand like a living meditation. Each sound around him felt meaningful yet unforced. The ocean spoke in gentle tones. The wind carried distant bird calls. Even the silence between sounds felt full rather than empty. Oriv had spent many years searching for understanding in books, conversations, and distant places. He had learned much but still felt something quiet calling him inward. Here by the sea he finally allowed himself to stop seeking answers and instead to simply be present. He placed his hand over his heart and listened. As he sat there, memories surfaced, not with pain but with clarity. Moments of joy, moments of regret, moments of love given and love withheld. Each memory rose like a wave and then softened as it returned to the ocean of his awareness. He did not cling to them. He did not push them away. He let them pass. Nearby, an old woman walked slowly along the beach, collecting fallen palm leaves. Her movements were steady and graceful, as if guided by an inner rhythm. She noticed Oriv and offered a gentle smile. There was no rush in her presence. She greeted him with a simple nod and continued her quiet task. After some time she came closer and sat at a respectful distance. For a while neither spoke. The breeze moved between them, carrying the same calm to both. Finally she spoke in a soft voice that felt as natural as the wind. "This place listens when we are ready to speak," she said. Oriv smiled and nodded. "I feel that too," he replied. "It feels like the sea understands without needing words." The woman looked out at the horizon. "The ocean teaches us how to trust," she said. "It moves endlessly yet never loses itself. It gives and receives without fear." Her words settled gently within Oriv. He felt no need to respond immediately. Silence continued to wrap around them like a shared prayer. The woman stood and brushed sand from her hands. "Remember," she said, "peace is not something you must earn. It is something you remember." With that she walked away, leaving behind only soft footprints that the tide would soon erase. Oriv felt gratitude rise within him, not because of what was said but because of how it was said, with kindness, simplicity and respect. He remained beneath the palm tree as the sun climbed higher. Light filtered through the leaves, creating shifting patterns that reminded him of the way life moves, never fixed yet always beautiful. The breeze continued its gentle dance, carrying warmth and calm through the air. Oriv stood and walked toward the water. He let the waves wash over his feet and felt their cool touch, grounding him in the present moment. He whispered a quiet thanks, not to any single thing but to everything. To the sea. To the wind. To the earth beneath him. To the breath within him. As the day unfolded, the beach remained serene. Palm leaves rustled softly. The ocean sang its timeless song. And within Oriv something settled into stillness. He understood now that spirituality was not found in distant places or complex ideas, but in moments of presence, kindness, and deep listening. When he finally turned to leave, he carried nothing with him but a lighter heart and a quieter mind. The beach remained behind him unchanged, yet he knew that something within him had shifted gently and forever. And as the sweet breeze continued to move through palm leaves and over open water, the world remained peaceful, just as it always had been, waiting patiently for anyone willing to pause and listen.